in the Lexus, just came from Texas. Yeah, she with me for the night. Stacking like Tetris, flakes on your exes. Yeah, I be doing you right. Swinging the whip.
Hey yo, what's going down? I'm OD, and this is Slump Sessions, the show that is music. And today we got Castro Escobar.
What up, man?
In the fucking building.
What's happening?
How's it going, man?
Good, good.
Glad to have you out here.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me out here, man. That's love.
Man, you've been putting in work for a long time.
Yeah, a couple of years. I've been, I really started taking it serious like about 3 years ago. But I mean, I've been, you know what I'm saying, like rapping for like, that's how I was like 15, 16 type shit. With EC in there, you know. That's how I really got into this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen EC out there fucking freestyling at the fucking, in the gym at school one time. I was like, yo, that's lit. You know what I'm saying? I just got into it like that. So, yeah.
So, let's start it off kind of with who is Castro Escobar?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, just a fucking plain dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, I mean, I don't really want to say who I am. I'd rather people, like, listen to me. And
yeah.
They tell, you know what I'm saying? They tell me what they think of me. Like, I don't like, talk, like, I want my work to speak for itself type shit. If that kind of makes sense, you know. Okay. I don't want to come out here and be like, oh, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know. Like, I feel like my work speaks for itself. Like, I am who I am, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I was born in Mexico. I was born in Rio, Tamaulipas. That's where I was born. I came over here as a little kid, you know what I'm saying, with my mom. And we first we moved to Marietta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a baby. That's where my whole dad's side is at, in Marietta, Georgia. Shout out them out there. And I was out there till I was like, I think 13. And then that's when I moved down here to West Columbia, B County. Shout out B County.
Shout out.
Yeah. So I mean, whenever people ask me where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, I say West Columbia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I became. I like to say that's where I became, like, that's where I learned my lessons. That's where I learned my do, my don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a small town, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, West Columbia. 77486. Shout out the dub.
Man.
You already know. Yeah.
So, what is, like, the scene for music out there in West Columbia?
I mean, B County. I want to say B County. I don't want to just say West Columbia because it's, like, a bunch of towns, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
I mean... There's talent, you know what I'm saying? There's talent here and there. Of course, like, I feel like everywhere, like, there's rappers everywhere.
Yeah.
And I see, like, I know a couple of people that are really talented, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like what's lacking back at home is, like, I feel like people aren't really, like, taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you see somebody, like, that's really good, that's really this and that, but it's like, bro, like, get in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, pay for them beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, make the trip to the city. You know what I'm saying? Go that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as talent, there's talent out there. But I just feel like everybody needs to take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people should take it more serious if that's really what they want, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got people that are good, but that's not really what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, man.
So, you know, I talked to your friend Drew Pacino, and he was kind of explaining, like, kind of what the scene is like out there, and, you know, what the community kind of doesn't get behind rappers out there. What do you think of that?
I mean, it is very, like, I feel like it's like that everywhere, though. Like, I feel like people won't really, I guess, like, I mean, of course, you got those people that are generally gonna show love, that generally do fuck with you. And if they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with your music, they might fuck with you as a person. If they don't fuck with you as a person, they might fuck with your music, you know, vice versa, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like once people start seeing that you really, like, are doing this and that and this, that's whenever people are gonna be like, oh shit, like, homeboy right here doing this, homeboy doing, you know, whatever. And it's just like, but I feel like it's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a small town, you know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere where it's a small town type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I feel like it's different in like a bigger cities. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'd be different if I was from Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I was from Austin, Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, just a bigger city than that. But man, we from the country. You know what I'm saying? It ain't much out there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, whenever it's about like music, like rapping this and that, people just kind of like, yeah. Oh, you just another dude that's trying to do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
So you kind of talk about how it's a small town. What is there actually like kind of to do around there? Like on a night, what are y'all trying to do out there? Get into?
Right here.
Okay.
You got it right here. You know, I mean, you go in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? You got like a personal gun range out there. You know what I'm saying? The laws really ain't out there like that. So I mean, you know, this is a couple of bars. You know, I mean, there ain't no big clubs and everything. If you really, if like. Whenever I was younger, I would come up here to the clubs in Houston all the time. I would back when Limelight was open. Yeah, that shit right there. That shit was lit back in the day. I'm talking like I'm talking back in the days like it was 10 years ago, but that was like that was like 3 years ago, like 2015. Yeah, it was like 2015. But yeah, I mean, people. I mean, it's the country. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really much to do. I mean, if you know people. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, shooting. You go out there and shoot it and tell you what. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really gonna trip because you hear gunshots every other hour. You know what I'm saying? Like people out there just, you know what I'm saying? Like letting out a couple of rounds, whatever. You know.
So you said you've been making music for about 3 years now. What actually made you want to take it seriously?
Well, the thing was like the close, like my boys, the people that I was really, you know, well I still am, like my close homeboys, like Javier, Chava, Bean, you know, and Drew too. Shout out them. They you know, we would just record at like my big bro's crib in his closet. Shout out him, shout out Big Mo, shout out Kick Door. And we would just be recording. And I remember Big Mo used to tell me all the time, he was like, man, you belong in them big studios, man. You need to get, you know what I'm saying? Like you doing some other shit. Like you need, you know, so it was just that push, you know what I'm saying? Then Javier too, you know what I'm saying? He would be like, hey, like you need to get some original beats, man. Like you doing something good. Like fuck all this getting beats from YouTube shit. Like let's take it a little bit more serious. Like put some money into it, this and that. And I just would be like, nah, like this and that. They'd be like, nah, bro, like do it. Like I'm telling you, like this is real shit, whatever. So then me and EC, like cause I was cool. I met EC back like in 2000. What was it, 2008, 2009, 2008? I met him in school, whatever, and like I said, like he was out there freestyling or whatever. But like after, like I think it was like 2011, we like fell off over some dumb shit. Like we just like you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, and it was just like fuck you too type shit, whatever. Don't fuck with me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this is some dumb shit, man. On some real shit. And then Javier was like, and I knew he made beats. I knew he made beats, and I know he knew that I was, you know what I'm saying, doing music, but I wasn't putting it online. So Javier was like, you need to set your differences aside with EC, and y'all need to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, I don't know. He's like, man, just holler at him, bro. Like, it ain't even like, like it was dumb shit that y'all, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Yeah. Hit him up. He was like, yeah, come through. You know, we could chop it up. You could do this and that. And shit linked up with him, started making, you know what I'm saying, beats, you know what I'm saying, like just original beats, you know. And that's when we dropped the first song, my first song ever, which was 1982, like 2015. What was it, like June 2015? And yeah, after then, like he started putting me on game. He was like, cause this motherfucker's smart, man. Like this motherfucker here is, I wouldn't have made it this far without him, you know what I'm saying? So he was just putting me on game. He was like, man, like, you know, let's hit the studio, let's hit up some engineers, let's do this. And I'd be like, man, that's kind of pricey. He'd be like, man, you're paying for the quality, like, and at first it was kind of like, damn, I am paying a lot of money for this and that. But then it was like, this is what I want to do, like, even if I don't make it big, like this is what I enjoy doing. So it really didn't hurt to put that money. You know what I'm saying?
Put a little bit of money.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and people like at my old job would be like, man, you tripping? Like, you wasting like $300-$400 for like 4 hours in the studio, this and that. And I was like, man, whatever I do with my fucking money, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what I want to do, like, yeah. So that's really whenever it really started, you know what I'm saying? Being serious, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, in the early days of, like, you're making music and stuff, who was kind of, like, the influence, like, what you were listening to kind of, like, who were you listening to that influenced your style?
Well, I mean, as far as, I don't really want to say anybody influenced me in my early years, because in my early years, like, I had just came from Georgia, so I was really into T.I., Ludacris. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Luda was my favorite rapper for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, whenever I started, you know what I'm saying, whenever we would just record at EC's, just like, you know what I'm saying, in this little mic in his room, like, it wasn't like, it was just, I would just lie and everything. Like, I would listen to Lucky, you know, the screwed up click, you know what I'm saying, SUC, you know, the text, you know what I'm saying, Mike Jones, Swish House, everything, you know what I'm saying? And then I'd just be rapping like what I would hear. So I'd be talking about I'm swinging down the block with like, no, this and that. I ain't even got no fucking car. I can't even drive. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here talking about chopping up the block, sipping on a drink. I ain't never tasted syrup in my life, talking about all this type of shit. And then it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever we had that, whenever we fell off or whatever, like, I kind of like, just like started like listening to the Drakes, the Kanye's, the J. Cole. J. Cole is like my biggest influence. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my early years, there really was no big influence that I was really like, oh, I want to be like that. Yeah. Well, I guess you could say like Houston rap. Yeah. Yeah, but it really wasn't like anything that was applying to me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah. But later on, like, you know what I'm saying, I started discovering other music and shit. So, I mean, if you want to say like, yeah, like J. Cole right now is like probably like my biggest influence as far as like rapping wise.
So, whenever you came out with your first song, how long was it between that one for you to actually drop the Fidels Breakfast?
Breakfast? I think it was June, July, August, October. I think it was 4 months. Okay. We dropped 1982, and then like 2 months later, we dropped 2 Pills. And then I think like a month after that, I remember I opened up for Beza, me and my boy Chance, shout out Chance. We opened up for Beza, and I was like, man, like, I need to drop this last song called 1149. Dropped it, and then like 2 months after that, that's when I dropped the tape. And I remember when I dropped the tape, bro, like we were making every single copy that we did, burning it in the computer, and then his cousin let me borrow one of the towers, the ones where you put the disc and it's like 5 of them that come out. So we were like, and then we would print the thing for the CD, the CD. So it was like a sticker, and we would put it in every CD. And then on top of that, we ordered the cases, we ordered everything. We ordered it, and we all did it. And then like, remember I promoted it on my page and everything, and I was like, yo, if you want a copy, let me know and I'll send it to you. And a bunch of people hit me up like from North Carolina, Georgia, California, everywhere. You know, it was a bunch of people, and it was like, how much? I was like, nah, it's free. So I was pretty much getting, you know what I'm saying, paying for the what's it called, the shipping. Yeah. Just to give everybody free mixtapes, and everybody that wanted it, like around the county and everything. Like I was just like, here, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was like, man, you just giving them out, like you wasted all that money. I'm like, bro, like I'm trying to get my name out there.
Yeah, it's like, about the exposure.
Yeah. Like, fuck them. Like, that's one thing. That,
the money's going to come and go.
Yeah,
but
that money, you can always make that money. You know what I'm saying? It's about, like, putting in that fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, we dropped it in, like, October 2015. And, yeah, I mean, looking back at it, like, I don't really listen to it now. I mean, there's probably, like, 2 songs in there because it's kind of like, oh, man, like, I don't know. Like, it was just, like, it was my first project, you know what I'm saying?
I had to listen to it about, like, 5-6 times already. Just in the past, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it was, I mean, to me, you know what I'm saying? But that's because I'm like my biggest critic. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, yeah, I mean, I didn't, we put more time and effort. But then again, we already, like, kind of knew what we were going for the second project. But yeah.
So how did you actually come up with that name? Like, why Breakfast? You could have gone so many different ways with this. Just
so alright, you gonna like this one. So whenever me and EC started making, like, you know what I'm saying, started really like making the beats, whatever, this and that, there was a lot of times where straight from work I would go to his house and I would stay at his house, right? And in the morning, the next morning, I would always be like, hey man, like, you got any orange juice? Like, I would always drink all his orange juice. Every single time, I would always drink all his orange juice. And then, like, I mean, I always like to eat breakfast throughout, like I like to eat breakfast at nighttime. Like, I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, bro, like, it could be fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, midnight, Wednesday.
It's the best, man.
Yeah, and I tell my girl, hey, gonna make me some pancakes, some eggs, some fucking bacon, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I always like breakfast, whatever. And then one day, EC was jamming to this song by Pink Floyd called Alan's Breakfast. Alan is my middle name. And I remember in the song, it was it's actually that there was a part of the original song is on the outro of the breakfast. Okay. And it's like the dude is saying like eggs, toast, whatever, blah blah blah. And he was like, I don't know how did it come up? Like, we were just like, Fidels Breakfast.
We're looking for a title to make a series out of.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Playing in the background.
Yeah.
We both look at each other like Island Psychedelic Breakfast.
Island Psychedelic Breakfast. That's what it was called. And then I was just like, Fidels Breakfast.
Okay.
It's just like Fidels Breakfast, and I was like, fucking Fidels Breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's pretty much how that one came about. You know what I'm saying? And then like after that, I kind of already knew that I was gonna do the lunch and I didn't know I was gonna do a snack, but I knew I was gonna do the lunch and the dinner. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how that came up on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I kind of like, you already kind of answered a little. I was kind of wondering, you know, how the whole orange juice thing kind of started, because you're still running with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've always liked it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was younger, you know what I'm saying, when I was like 5, whatever, and we used to stay in Georgia, and we used to stay in this apartment, and like, it was like 12 people in there, I remember, and because like the more people came in, like, they would get more people from Mexico and be like, if you're trying to work, there's an apartment here, we're all staying here. They would all literally stay in the living room. Me, my mom, my dad, and my sister, we had our room, and then there was another couple in another room, and then like the rest of the people, they were literally all in the living room. And a lot of times it wasn't really like too good, you know what I'm saying? The money wasn't really there, so my mom would really just buy a bunch of sopa de fidel.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that shit hard. She would like make it with the chicken and everything. So but it was either water or it was either some cheap ass orange juice. At first it was a cheap ass orange juice that she would get from like the 99-cent store, and it was like man, that shit was nasty, bro. That shit was I didn't really fuck with it. But then after that, we upgraded to Tampico.
Okay.
So it was just like Tampico or water. I think I'm gonna go with Tampico. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like every day, Tampico. You know, I was just on that orange juice all the time. And then like, you know what I'm saying? After that, like, it just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that I always, you know what I'm saying, just drink. Yeah. On the regular. You know what I mean?
So I mean, you said you came over from Mexico as a young. How, like, that must have been kind of tough. Like, growing up, you know that you're not, you came over here, and growing up, like, knowing that you're not where you were born anymore. Like, you're in a whole different country now.
Right. Yeah.
That must have been kind of tough. Like, what was that like?
I mean, I didn't really realize it. Yeah. Until like I got a little older, and I was like, yo, like, how come we talk a different language? Yeah. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember whenever they threw me in kindergarten, like, I was just talking about this to my girl. I went into kindergarten and I didn't know no English, bro. Yeah. Like, I didn't know nothing, you know what I'm saying? I remember it was out there in Georgia, and I remember I just walked in there, and they was talking to me, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I started crying. I was just tripping out, and every day, like, my mom worked at a tortilleria, like where they make tortillas and shit, like to package them or whatever. My dad worked construction, of course. So the lady that we live with, like the family that we lived in, she would like kind of like wake me up to go to school. And I remember for like the first 2 weeks, bro, I was like, I don't want to, like, I'd be screaming like, hey, I'm not going to school. Fuck that. I don't understand what the fuck they saying. Like, I don't know what the fuck they be trying to like, I was just fucking acting up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was difficult as a child, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing English, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, just like, it was, I don't want to say it was, I mean, of course it was difficult, but it was just strange to me as a child, you know what I'm saying? Like, seeing all my surroundings and being like, yo, like, why is he white? Why is he black? Why don't they talk like me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, like, getting older, like, you know what I'm saying? I ended up realizing, like, yo, you a fucking Mexican, bro. You're not from here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You came over here because your parents trying to, you know what I'm saying, give you a better life and shit. So,
okay.
Yeah, like, yeah. It was something, though. Yeah, it was
That's
it was
true.
something.
So, I mean, back to the music. How was it actually putting that first project together? You know, you talked about trying to invest more money into it and
Right.
doing everything yourself, but how was it actually going, you know, the process of picking the beats and writing to it and stuff?
My as far as the breakfast, it was like, I kind of just wanted to, like, prove that I could rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I wasn't doing it for no, like, I wasn't trying to make no good jams. Like, it was just me, like, I'm trying to get my point across. Let me show you I could rap. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people around this region, I thought that they would think, like, they would automatically assume that I was going to sound like something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just, like, I was like, man, I would tell you. See, I remember I told him, I was like, bro, give me nothing but boom bap, and I'm gonna fucking kill every song. And he was like, hold on, we can't do boom bap. We can't do every song boom bap. Like, let's go back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's, like, really see what we're gonna do. Blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So it was just like the whole what I was trying to get across is just like, I'm trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, back then, like, I was really into, like, I was doing, like, a lot of drugs, you know what I'm saying? So it was just, like, I was always, like, geek. And I was always just, I mean, you could tell the difference between the lunch, I mean, the breakfast and the lunch. Like, in the breakfast, you could hear I'm over here, and the lunch, you could hear that I'm calm, like, more calm. And, of course, like, the snack is, like, a whole different, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just, like, me trying to, like, I guess kind of prove, you know what I'm saying, prove to everybody that I could rap, when it really, like, I shouldn't have been doing that to get to from this, like, to begin with. Like, I should have just been doing me, you know what I'm saying?
So you put a lot of, like, personal things into your music. Like, you really put yourself out there a lot. How is it actually, you know, putting yourself out there, you know, in front of everybody?
I mean, that's all I could give you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's all I could give you. Like, I feel like, and I mean, this is my opinion. I feel like an artist that doesn't. One thing is to be good at rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One thing is to spit a code 16. You know what I'm saying? And I could be like, cool, that's dope. No, my opinion. This is my opinion. This is how, you know what I'm saying? Me. I'm speaking for myself right here. And it's just like, okay, like, I done heard, you know what I'm saying? I done heard the raps where, like, people are like, yeah, da. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's cool, but I really ain't feeling, like, you really ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, to me, I'm like, okay, this may not relate to some people, but even if it ain't relatable to you, I know you're gonna feel me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can relate to it, you're gonna feel me even.
Yeah, there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna relate to it.
Yeah. So it was just like, and on top of that, like, I feel like nobody's talking about. I mean, I'm my own person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could sit here and give you a code 16 all day. I could sit here and fucking rap for you all, like I was in a breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And even in a breakfast, I was putting myself out there. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tell you my story. I feel like I have a story, and I just want to give you that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Okay. So how does it, you know, how do you feel like the growth between the first one to your latest project, what do you think the growth is like between those?
I mean, obviously we done learned from each previous one. You know what I'm saying? Like EC will tell me like this time we gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? This time this. We can improve in this. We can do that. Like EC is the brains, man. Like,
he seems like he's like a big kind of influencer on a lot of the what goes on. What is that kind of relationship?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I don't even. That motherfucker just smart, man. That's you know what I'm saying. Like that's what I tell everybody, bro. Like everybody is just like, damn, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? My answer is always this: I just rap.
Yeah.
My boy, I was blessed enough to have him as a friend, as a brother. I'm blessed enough that we, out of everywhere in the world, we both ended up being in West Columbia. I was blessed enough and fortunate enough to have him in my life for him to help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for that. And it's just like he's you know what I'm saying? He's the one who tells me, you know what I'm saying? He's the one he's a smart dude, man. He's a smart motherfucker. So it's just like as far as like each project, he would tell me, okay, this project, bro, is like, he wouldn't tell me what to do. He would just kind of like throw it out there. Like be like, maybe, what do you think about doing this?
He comes with ideas.
Yeah, and it's just like, and like I said, it's never on some, nah, you need to do this. Nah, it's just like,
you kind of just bounce ideas off of each other, and it helps it,
Of course. So it's just like, I mean, and each project was where I was at my life at that point. You know what I'm saying? So like the breakfast, like I said, like I was younger. I was just good, you know what I'm saying, doing shit, and you could see in each cover, like. In each cover, like, and that's another thing too. Like each cover of the mixtapes, like I wanted to be where I'm living, what kind of energy. Like I'm gonna kind of like paint my vibe in the cover. Type shit.
Where you are in that time.
Yeah, of course. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying. When we did the lunch, like it was more like, okay, let's do some songs now. Yeah, you can rap. Let's do some songs now. Let's do some other shit. Let's see if we can get on some trap shit. Let's see if we can get some feed. We got Cat G on the lunch. Shout out Cat G.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Easy. I'm telling you, man, this man right here is like, you know what I'm saying? He gets everything done, man. Like this motherfucker here. I think what was it, like on Twitter? He was coming to Houston or something. Yeah, he hit him up and I was like, yo, how much for the feature? He said, he threw the price out there, and then that was whenever the flood was going on. Okay. I don't know if you remember. It was like what, 2016 when the flood around like June.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that was.
It was there's floods all the fucking time. So yeah, 2016 flood. That's what we call it.
Yeah, 2016 flood.
2016 flood. And he hit him up and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Houston because he was gonna do like an appearance with Stiggy promo and shit. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Houston. He threw on the price. He was like, yeah, we're gonna have a studio session out there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I remember, bro, like, hitting my mom up, rest in peace. And I was like, Moms. She was like, what? I was like, I'm asking for a favor. She was like, what's up? I'm like, but just yes and no. I don't want no, oh, what are you doing? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom supported me in my music, of course, all the time. So she would never really tripping like that. And I was like, I need you to let me borrow some cash. I'll pay you in like 2 weeks. Yeah. And she was like, for what? I was like, I try to explain, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like Mexican moms be like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, what is this for? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta really kind of try to break it down
as much as you can. So I told her, I showed him his music and everything. He was like, and who the fuck is he? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And I was just like, look, I just need to. He's gonna charge me to get on a song with me. It's good exposure. He's a good artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? To get a feature like that. Yeah. So she was like, okay. I remember I went over there. I got the money, and I was like, I promise I'll pay you back in 2 weeks. And I did. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened to be that particular day we were flooded, so we had to go like all the way the fuck around every other town just to get to Houston. And then it was like, man, it was a disaster, bro. Like, fuck, like it was bad, bro. Like, we got, Oh, he finished the beat while we was riding up there, the beat for my work. So he had his headphones in, and we're over there speeding, trying to get up there. And like, we didn't even know the engineer, nothing. I don't even think the engineer was really like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, no diss to him. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, really, the song was supposed to be called my word. That's my word.
Yeah.
And I told him, and he was like, what, you want a verse? I was like, yeah. He was like, you want me to get on the hook? I was like, nah. I was like, just do some ad-libs. I was like, the hook is gonna be, that's my word. So just kind of like, I hadn't even recorded it, bro. He had to leave. Like, he did that shit like in 20 minutes.
Damn.
So he got in there and he recorded his verse, and then he recorded, like, I guess he kind of like knew when I was gonna say that's my word, and then he would be like, that's my word, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of heard him when he was in there, and he was like, that's my word. You know my amigo got that word? You know, that's my word. And then like, I didn't really pay attention to it because I was just like, he's in a hurry, I understand, you know, I paid him, he left. And then I heard the song, and I just remember him saying, my amigo got that work? And I was like, I told him, I was like, bro, he said the wrong thing. Like, it was supposed to be, that's my word. But we made it work, you know, no pun intended. But
Yeah.
we made it work. No, and I feel like it came out better that way, either way, you know what I'm saying? So it was just, I feel like that shit was meant to be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out Cat G, man. He a cool motherfucker, man.
So, how, like, whenever you were coming up with the second one, what was the song that really started getting you, you know, buzzing off of that one?
Risk It.
Risk It, yeah.
Risk It. I remember Risk It. I remember it took me like 3 months to write.
Okay.
And it wasn't because I was just like, it wasn't every day constantly, oh, I'm trying to finish this.
Yeah.
No, it was just like, I was like, I want to make a song, 3 verses, everything together, and I just want to put myself out there.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't force myself. Every time I would feel like I'm doing too much, I would step away from it. And if I was feeling, you know what I'm saying, like I was gonna, like if I was in that mood again, I just get back to it and I just add on to it, whatever, blah blah blah. We recorded it. Me and EC worked on the beat, recorded it. Then we did a video to it, and put out the video. And I remember I paid like $100 for sponsoring on my Facebook page to last like a week or whatever. And then like people started sharing it, and I was tripping out. I was like, what the fuck? Like I started tripping. I was like, damn, like this is really getting, like, people were really fucking with this shit. They were like, yo, this is crazy, like blah blah. Like people started fucking with me, and I was just like, damn, like that's dope. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never expected that. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a small place like West Columbia, I was just like, damn, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean I remember telling AC, I was like, man, that's gonna be the intro to my next project. Like that right there is it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Risk It. That song is probably like my most known song besides Voicemail, but fuck that song. I don't like Voicemail. that Voicemail done hit 1 million streams on Spotify already, but I don't fuck with that song.
Why not?
It's cause the song is pretty much like everybody fucks with it because like, oh my god, he's so hurt. Oh my god, he sounds like he fuck that bitch who played him, all types of shit. And the song is really, that's why it's called Voicemail. The song is really a girl leaving a voicemail to me. Yeah. So that whole song is a girl talking to me.
So it's like in her perspective.
It's in her perspective talking to me. But everybody's always like, man, I love voicemail. Like, whatever you went through, like, hey, man, like, blah, blah. And I'm just like, man, come on. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't been through one of them heartbreaks, and it's like, shit, like, high school, bro, and I done learned my motherfucking lesson. And it wasn't even like that, bro. It was just like on some bitch played me, you a bitch type shit. Like, it wasn't on some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that bitch, bro. She know who she is. Fuck that hoe.
Damn. Yeah, fuck her.
But yeah, like, yeah. So that's why I don't like it. But like everybody, like that's my most played song. Okay. Like on fucking SoundCloud, it's got like 200 and something thousand. It's like my most played one, and like it's just like fuck. Like I don't even fuck with it. Like it was like I don't fuck with it because people misinterpret it. That's the reason. Okay. But I mean, of course I like the song. I made it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So how did y'all or how did you actually link up with Snow?
Risk It.
Yeah, it was Risky.
She
there's that video, right?
Yeah, she said that she was just going through YouTube, and that my video popped up on the related searches, and that she just clicked it, listened to it, and that she was like, you know, that she felt it, like that like I have a story, and like that's something that nobody could take away from me. That like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, this and that. She was like, yo, like you being Mexican and you rapping like this, like that's dope as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying, we should definitely do something, whatever. Of course, she didn't tell me right then and there, like, oh, I want to sign you. You know what I'm saying? But she hit me up. She followed me on Instagram because I had my like on the description of the video, like I had my Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And I remember we was at Buffalo's, and I was just, man, shout out Buffalo's. They got some hard shit. I fucking love Buffalo's. But you know, I was getting I had my fried pickles, I had my Long Island, you know what I'm saying, ready to go in, go hard. Look at my phone, look at the notification. This is whenever I had my Instagram on private. So you know how you had to accept that follow request. So I seen on my phone, I was just like, you know, it said SnowThaProduct wants to follow you, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? Yeah, and then I looked at EC and I was like, bruh, SnowThaProduct just requested me. He was like, nah, check if it's the real profile. And then of course you see the little check mark on the side, and I was just like, bruh, this is her profile. She followed me back. And he was like, bro, she's watching you. And I'm like, nah, she probably just like follows a random fan here and there. You know what I'm saying? So then she was just like, man, she's watching you, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And then like, you know, just kept doing the thing. And then she like, right before we dropped the song with Cap G, she followed me on Twitter, and that's how I knew it wasn't no accident no more. Because I never really fucked with Twitter before, and I never followed her. So she followed me first, and then I followed her back, and I was like, okay. Like, and then she I remember my boy Mike, shout out Mike, he tweeted, because she was coming to Houston for on tour, and he tweeted her, and he was like, let my boy Castro open up for you. Yeah. And like everybody retweeted this and that, and then she tweeted back. I was at work when she tweeted back, and she was like, I want to sign him. And I remember I was at work, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm out this motherfucker. Like, it's on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to quit right now.
I'm about to leave this motherfucker. Like, fuck y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, it didn't happen like that. But I was thinking, that was going in my head. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about to leave this motherfucker right now. I'm about to tell everybody it's on, like, you know. But it didn't happen like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was really excited. I remember, like, shit, like, people were like, yo, that's crazy, this and that. And then, like, I told her just to hit me up. You know, I gave her my email, and she gave me her number, and then we, you know what I'm saying, linked up. I mean, like, talked on the phone, and, you know what I mean, like, just fucking started to talk about, you know what I'm saying, everything, what she was planning on doing, if I want to go to LA, if, like, what am I doing, like, do I have a family, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And at that time, like, you know what I'm saying, I had my own place, I had my own whip, I had my own, you know, I couldn't complain. I was good. Yeah. In my, you know what I'm saying, at that point. So she kind of like fell back, and she was like, okay, I see that he's like got his, you know what I'm saying, shit going on. So whatever, you know. And then, but the reason that I ended up leaving was because everything went downhill with me. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's another story. So yeah, but yeah.
So you're in talks with her. You know, she's going back and forth. How was it finding out you were actually gonna be going on tour?
Shit, I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, the only times I had performed was like a couple of local bars back at home. I opened up for Bays. I opened up for J-Tex twice in Houston. But shit, just I remember being back at home, man, and like one of the first couple of shows that we had, I remember being on stage, and I remember forgetting my fucking lyrics, bro. And like I was doing an acapella, so I forgot. Yeah. And I remember it was like my palms are sweaty. Like at that, it was that exact. It was that exact bar where I forgot the rest. I was like my nostrils scarred, my pupils are small, and my palms are sweaty or some shit like that. And then I just remember somebody in the back, like somebody in the way back, was like making some noise or some shit. It had nothing to do with me, but they were like being extra in the back, so it just kind of like threw me off. Like
lost focus.
Yeah, I lost focus, and then I was just like, my palms are sweaty. And I was like, fuck, like, I forgot my shit. Like, I'm like, fuck. Like, and then people in the back started, oh, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I just told the DJ, I was like, play the next song, man. Like, so it was just like, you know what I'm saying, like, fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying, my first couple of shows, and then knowing that I was going to go on tour, it was just like, fuck. Like, I'm nervous, like, I'm scared. But as soon as, like, I went on tour, like, the first show in Fresno, like, people showed me love. So it was just like, yo, like, this shit's dope as fuck. Like, for people that out here in California to be showing me love like that, like, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy, you know? So it was just, I was nervous, but then after, like, the first couple of shows, like, it was like, hell yeah, like, this is dope. Like, this is dope as fuck.
So whenever you find out you're actually going on tour, you know, you had a lot of different places you stopped by. What is the craziest, you know, kind of city that you went through?
Craziest city, bruh. Atlanta. I mean, I've been in that. Like I said, I was raised as that. So I mean, of course, I've been in Atlanta. But Atlanta, the first tour, fucking crazy, dog. It was fucking crazy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You talking Atlanta, you talking Albuquerque, you talking Santa Cruz.
The shows get crazy.
Yeah. Fucking Chicago, of course. And for some, I could say that I underestimated this city, but Indianapolis was crazy. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, of course, whenever you think big cities, you think the New Yorks, the LAs, the Atlantas, the Miami, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Indianapolis was crazy. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely. I mean, the whole tour was lit, but of course, you know, you got your highlights here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Dallas was dope too. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, Seattle, you know, she was fire. Yeah.
So you're traveling on bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that bus like?
It's dope.
That
you got the PS4, you know, the TVs, you got the speakers, you got the restroom, you got everything, you know, everything you need. The bunks, of course, like it's dope. It's way better than a vehicle, I tell you that.
Yeah.
But you know, of course, obviously. So it's just like, you know, it's a blessing to have been my first tour, to have been in a tour bus. You know what I'm saying? Because Snow's told me that whenever she first started, like she would. You know, she'd be in the van, and she'd be in a whip. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like for me to come in and like go on tour in the bus, like it's a blessing. You know, I'm forever grateful for that. You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, this last project you put out is the continuation gonna be of the different, you know, breakfast, snack. Is that gonna be the continuation, or?
Yeah, I mean the next project, of course, is the dinner.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And well, yeah, I mean we made a series, you know what I'm saying. So the snack, you know, of course it's a snack, so it was just like really short. You know? And then of course like the dinner is probably gonna be way more longer than that, you know. So
you working on that one already?
Yeah, or? We've been thinking of some some ideas. We've been plotting and stuff. So yeah, most definitely we're trying to. I mean, of course, it's always improve.
It's always a process.
Yeah, it's always a process, and you trying to see how can I do better than this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, yeah, most definitely we gonna get that dinner done.
So where can everybody find your music at, man?
Anywhere. Yeah, Tidal. Where is it? Google Play, iTunes, YouTube, fucking Spotify, all that good stuff. Like. Google my name. Just
Google.
Google Castro Escobar. You know what I'm saying? You there. You see it. You'll find it.
What about your Instagram, Twitter?
Instagram is Castro Escobar _OJ. Twitter is Castro Escobar 9. And yeah, just look me up on Facebook and Castro Escobar. You'll see me.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Go follow Castro. Go listen to all the music. It's all good. You can, you know, follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Everything is going to be there in the description. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Slump Sessions. Stay slump.
Hey. Yeah, pull up in the Lexus, just came for Texas. Yeah, she with me for the night. Stacking like Tetris, flakes on your exes. Yeah, I be doing you right. Swanging the whip.